right? In the second session or the first session which we have done, what is the enterprise structure which was available for MM. And now today we are going to discuss about of the in MM point of view, what would be the enterprise structure of the assignment. That means we have done with the previously with the enterprise structure of the creation, and now we will go for creation of we will make the assignments for those which we have created. So under that, the first one will be the assign company code to company. See, already we have created the company. That company which we will be calling as a group. And now we are going for the creation of a company code. Sorry, we have created the company code also. But I want to make a relation in between of the both of the things which we can call as an A. Here the concept itself which we can call as an A. Enterprise structure assignment. Here it was an A. Enterprise structure assignment. So in this enterprise structure assignments we will discussing about of the first thing will be the assign company code to company. What the thing is, assign company code to company. The first thing is assign company code to company. For this we will go for this way. The menu path is that SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and then enterprise structure, there itself assignment, under that financial accounting, from there assign company code to company. Assign company code to company. And this assignment for the transaction code for this assignment is that OX16, and the transaction code is it is a name OX16. Now let us see here SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and then enterprise structure, make the assignment, enterprise structure, from there assignment, under that financial accounting, there we need to go for the assign company code to company. Here it was an assign company code to company. So from here we will go for the position model. See, which I have told you in the previous classes also, maximum we need to work out with the shortcut keys instead of the using of the lengthy of the mouse operating. For making of the push button here itself it was a position button. For selecting of the position button, the transaction code is a shift plus F7. Shift plus F7 is a position button. From there here it asking that what would be your company code. That means the relational in between of the company to company code is one company code can be assigned to the one company, but one company can be assigned a multiple of the company. That means company to company code, the relation is in a 1:many. That means company to company code is in a 1:many. Company code to company is 1:1. So what is in a company code here? So as which we have created already, the company code is a PENA. What we have created is in the previously PENA. Enter. No, what is the company code which we have created? I think so.
MAN1, sir.
Right.
MAN1.
Got it. MAN1. Mankind Pharmas. See here, the Mankind Pharmas is under on which company? So here, what we have to go for? If in any case, if I forgotten the company, then in generally we are opening this button. But as which we said that shortcut keys by using the F4, you can open the drop-down list box here, and the company you can search from here, which we have started with the M. It was an MAN 123. That means the backend engine will be recognized as that. The backend engine will be recognized as that. This mankind formas, whatever the transaction has been done, the purchasing and everything, it has to be applicable under the group of the company of mankind group. This was the first one. And the next assignment will be the from the logistics general assign plant to company code. That means here, which we can say that logistics assignment. Logistics assignment. For this here, we need to go from here. The menu path will be like this in the same way. SPRO, SAP reference IMG, enterprise structure assignment. But here it was in logistics general. Logistics general. Under that, a multiple of the things. What are those of the multiple of the things? Is the first one. Assign plant to company code. Assign plant to company code. Assign plant to company code. Even when we want to check the transaction code, I forget the transaction code also, it is possible. From here, additional information, display key, IMG activity. Then see here, you can get the transaction code. The last 4 digits is the transaction. That means assign company to company code. That was an OX1H. And the second one is assign business area. Assign business area to plant or valuation area to division. That means what is the business area and what is the plant or valuation. That means in SAP MM, the plant or the valuation area both are the same. We can give the same, the things will be the same. For that it was an OMJ7. And even this business areas which we didn't create it. And in the previous class also, Prashant has been asked about of the, sir, I want to make the things by using of the business area and as well as I want to use the, by using of the segment also. At that time I said that, okay Mr. Tomorrow class I will let you clarify about of those things. This one I will let you clarify. Okay. And these are the 2 assignments which we required from here. These are the 2 assignments which we are required from here. And now let's make the things. Assign plant to company code. Assign plant to company code. See, even here, I want to go for the new entries. Make the new entries. Make the new entries. What would be the company code? MAN1. That means mankind formas is consist of the plant of MANP. This is the relation will be the 1:many. That means one plant can have the multiple of the plants. One company code can have the multiple of the plants. That's what we are giving here. And the save it. Save it. And the next thing. Now I am going to maintain as an business area. Now my question is what exactly by the business area? What exactly by the business area? In the sense of, it is a separate entity or in a business entity or in a business area of the client, which they can make the payments and as well as payments and also as well as the what is it? Revenues, expenses and as well as the revenues can be done by through the business. But we didn't create the business area in the previous. That's why we need to go for here definition, financial accounting, and as well as the different business area. OX03, OX03. Either we can use the OX03 or else by this transaction code. We will go for like this, OX03, and select new entries. What will be the business area? MANA, which I am saying that Hyderabad, MANB, Vizag, MANC, Chennai, MAND, Coimbatore, MANE, Bangalore, MANF, Mysore. That means all these are the things which we are using for the, all these are the areas which we can have the business of the client areas. In other words, these business areas can be maintained as a segment level also. Let's see, segment. In the same way, which type of the products you are making the manufacturing. In the manufacturing side, if the client wants to do their things by product wise or the area wise, but now we are doing the things with the area wise. We are doing the things with the area wise here. That's why I am making the assignments from here. SPRO, IMG, and enterprise structure, assignment, logistics general, assign business area to plant and valuation area, division. They are here. We shall go for the plant or valuation area division. Plant valuation area division, and then select new entries. By this plant, if the product was M1, or else if you forget the next one, open the register button. It was an MA. That means when you have manufactured any product or any purchases, like from this one, in this area, it can be possible. By this area, it can be possible. What is that area? MAN1. MAN. In this plant, if this division product has been manufactured and that can be make the purchase or make the sales, that means expenses and revenues can be done by through this business area. This is what we can call this as an A. Valuation area 2 division and also with the business. And after completion of this one, let's go for the materials management. Now go for the assign purchase organization to company code. And this was the transaction code of OX01. OX01, and here assign purchase organization to company code. And now go for the position. What would be the purchasing organization which we have created? Which I created the purchase organization of raw material suppliers, packing material suppliers, and a lot of things. That means now what I have to do here is, by this purchase organization, if anything has been made the purchase, Then, if anything has been made the purchases, if anything has been done the purchases, then that values has to be applicable in this plan, so in this company code. And even by this, it can be, by this, it will be, and such, and such. That means any of the transaction has been done that can be applicable or can be possible by or that has to be comes into this company code. Even anything will be done, those values has to be postable in this company code. That means when you have made a purchase by that, that values has to be comes here. And even and even and even if that values has to be go for that company code, okay, but what about the material? That means that material has to be go for which plan? Excuse me. That materials has to be go for the plant of that materials has to be go for the plant of new entries by this purchase organization. By this purchase organization, the material will be goes for this plant. The materials will be goes for this plant. Stocks will be the amounts will be goes for the those of the company code, and the material will be comes physically to this plant. See, whenever we have made a purchase by this purchase organization, that material value has to be go for that company code. That material value has to be go for that company code, and as well as material stocks will be comes for this plant. That is the main relation here. That is the main relation here. Now here as well as MA and B. MA and B. These also can be comes into same plant. That means
So I have one doubt here.
wait. Come here. Yeah, Prashant, you can.
Yeah. So you told that value goes to the company and
Yes.
stock comes to the plant.
Yes.
When my valuation area is the plant,
Hmm.
then value and this comes to the plant itself. No, sir?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, even the material and as well as that means the plant or the valuation area, both are the same. Valuation area in the
Yeah.
sense of where the material value can be consequent. Is it right? That means
Yeah.
where the material value will be fixed, and as well as material value will be goes to the purchase value will be goes to the company code, but that material can be manufactured and as well as physically the material will be comes to the this plant. That's why we have the relation in between of the plant to company code also. Now what exactly you are asking that? Okay, Mr. Vijay, you are saying that the material will be goes to the plant and the values will be comes to the company code, but the back end is that the material, whatever the things will be comes into the plant, and the company code, the material values will be goes to the company code. Those two also having the relation, plant to company code. That was the back end relation. Is it clear, Mr. Vijay?
Yes, sir. That's what.
Is it now?
Yes, that's what, sir. If we don't assign to company code, it's okay, na? If we assign to plant,
That means you are
because
not
relation between plant and
the
yeah,
relation. The
because if you assign to company code, then it is central purchase unit, right?
yes,
Purchase organization,
yes.
right?
That's why we have assigned the purchase organization to the company code as well as the plant. Both of the things will be there. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Now, this is what we can call as an enterprise structure, right? And now, including with this, including with this. Being as an MN consultant, even we have made the integration with the FI, right? It was clear. Now, we need to make an integration with the sales also. Why? Because whenever the salesperson has been received the sales order, they need to check whether the order quantity is available or not. If that stock is not available, then it will be goes to the purchase order production, purchase order. That means what my thing from here it is, whatever we are making a purchase, that purchase requirement has to be comes from the sales department. The purchase requirement has to be comes with the sales department. That means we need to know about the sales organizations also. So that's why here I am going now with the sales organization. So now here the next thing which I am going to discuss about of the SD part of you. Under that, the first one will be the sales organization. Sales organization. So what would be the sales organization? That means, what do you mean by the sales organization? So what do you mean by the sales organization in the sense of, it is the highest level of the organization which is responsible for all the sales activities. All the sales activities. And even one company code can have a multiple of the sales organizations also. We can't say that one company code can have the only one sales organization. We can have the multiple of the sales organizations also will be there for one company. That means one company code can have a multiple of sales organizations also, which is nothing but again a sales points. Which is nothing but again a sales points. Let's see how to create the sales organization here. From here in the enterprise structure, go for the definition. Under here, under the sales and distribution. From there, in the sales and distribution point of view, define, copy, delete, check, sales organization. Define, copy, delete, check, sales organization. That means what is the sales organizations which you are having. Now go for the define sales organization. Go for the define sales organization, and as well as select new entries. Select new entries. What would be the sales organization? I am giving here as an MANS. Let's take the South Region Sales Organization. And what would be the currency which you are using? And rebate proceeding actives. This was a mandatory. And even if it is an ALD in the sense of, it was an application link enabling. That means this sales organization can have the stock and everything by the purchase organization of, by the purchasing group of, and from the plant of, you can. Otherwise, just make it same. We will make the assignment by manually, and the country was I. Done. And come back from
what is that rebate proactive?
That's what I'm going to explain. Rebates in the sense of, in generally, in MM point of view, we are having only the discounts. That means when we make the purchase from the vendor has been given some terms and conditions. How it was in the sense of, the total credit limit was 20 days. The total credit limit was 20 days, and as well as so the total credit limit was 20 days, and as well as it was within the 10 days of the 10% of the discount, and within the 5 days it was the 5%. That is called as a payment terms and conditions. That will be happening by through in the MM. But in the sales, what will be happens is, in the sales activity we are having the rebates. That rebates can be depends upon the conditions of the products. That means in generally which we are watching regularly in the outside, in our shopping malls and everything, up to 10%. That means when you have purchased anything, we are not giving the 10%. If you make the purchase of the 10,000 rupees only, we will give the percent. If it is the 2,000, we are giving only the 1%. Otherwise, when you are going to the big bazaar or something, it will be shows that how it was the condition is. If you can buy, if you can buy 250 rupees of the three shirts too, and the third one will be get the 50% off. Third one will be getting the 50% off. That is not a discount. That is called as a rebate. Some of the conditions has to be applicable. In generally, in the real time, what will be happens is in the sales activities it was an 10 plus 2. In the pharma sector, generally product based. If you can purchase the 10 boxes, I will give the one box free. Those are the conditions which we are calling as rebates conditions. What I have done here, I have activated the rebates also. Why? Because after completion of the purchase and the MM purchase and PP production, even we want to make the sale of the product also by the shipping point. Then only our MM part will be completed. In the situation, if the sales organization wants to activate or has to be give the wants to give the rebates also, it can be applicable. That means in the real time, if you have any query from the backend team or the support, if you are working in a support team, if the client is asking that I want to give the 10 plus 1 of the offer from the for the customer, but it will not applicable, then what we have to do? Simply you can check the sales organization if there is a rebate proceeding is it activated or not. If it is activated, automatically the rebates, whatever the conditions which you have given, it will be works. Otherwise, it will be not works. That is a rebate process. And the next thing which we have to go for the distribution channel. Sales organization means what are the sales points which we are having in a company. And as well as what is the distribution channel? Distribution channel is completely depends upon the only in the sales organization, not in the company code level, not in the plant level. That was the main condition. That was the main condition of the distribution channel. Sales organization can be depends upon the plant and as well as the company code, but the distribution channel is completely depending upon the sales organization. That means from that sales organization, whatever the sales which you are making, whatever the sales you are doing, and those of the sales can or has to be done for your customers of distributors or wholesalers, stockists or direct dealers or whom, which we can call this as a name, mode of a sale, not the exact sale, mode of the medium sales, not the sales. It was in a mode of the medium sales. That means in between of the manufacturer and as well as in a consumer, there was a customer will be there. What is that customer channel? Which mode of the channel we are operating here is called as an. And now you can go for the different distribution channel, make the new entries. M1 distributors, M2 wholesalers. That means in my sales organization, I am making the sales. One is for the distributors and the second one is for the wholesalers. And the next, sales office. What do you mean by the sales office? Sales office in the sense of it is the geographical area of a sales organization. That means the sales organization is located somewhere, but that physically located by the offices of and the offices of which we can call as a sales office. This can be divided by the regional wise, zonal wise, state wise, country wise, or whatever it was. In some of the times, the business area and the sales office also should be the same. Can be same, but not should be the same. And here, select new entries. M1. Let's take it as a journal office. And M2. Let's take the regional office. Save it. Where the office was located, that's why it's physically located, that's why it's asking me about the address. And come back. What is a sales group? The sales group is nothing but like the person who is responsible for the particular sales office. The person who is responsible for the particular sales is called as a sales group. Like M1, general manager, M2, regional manager, and so on. These are the two types of the sales groups which are. Now let us go for the assignments of here. We will make a lot of the surprise here in assignment. Sales and distribution. Make the assigned sales organization to company code. Make the sales organization to company code. And from here, that means what we are going to say here, by this sales organization, any purchases has been done, it has to be comes into the company code. Any sales has been done, that has to be comes into this company code. That means this was a revenue. This was a revenue. And as well as by this sales organization, for whom you people are making the sales. So by this sales organization, I am making the sales for this one, WE, M1, and as well as M2, and save it. And the next division, which we have made the division in the MM, but that can be done in SD integration. Now division to sales organization, new entries. In this sales organization, I am making the sales for this one, EMS of MG and MB. That means that division has been manufactured under the plant, that can be made sales by this sales organization. That was the main relation we need to. And just I am removing this one, it will be totally confused over us. Then, and the next set up sales area. This was the main heart of the total project. What is the sales area in the sense of the sales area is the combination of the sales organization, distribution channel, and division. That means in the sales organization of South region, and we are making the sales to the distributors, and the division is cardio. The product has been manufactured in the plant of somewhere. The product has been manufactured in somewhere. Reverse. Select new entries. Here, sales organization, and then distribution channel, and MG. And then M1, and even we can make the sale of this division also. And by this sales distribution channel also we can make the sales, but even we can make the restrictions here. See, that means if the customer is a distributor, we can make the sale of the product cardio organic. But if the customer is a wholesaler, only cardio products will be going to sell, not the. We can make the restrictions also. And even in the same way, sales office to sales area. This is also one of the important one. See, by this sales organization, if the distribution channel is something and the division is something, that means if the customer is distributor and the division is the cardio, he has to be interact with the sales office of general office. Even M1, if the product is MP, they need to interact with the original office. even M2, but they are having only cardio. Cardio in the sense of ultimately it was in a general office. Sales area to sales office. And the next sales group to sales office. Sales office M1 and the sales group M1. General manager is responsible for the general office. But even the zonal manager can be responsible for the regional office also. But the regional manager only responsible for the regional office. Same. And the next, this is ours. Sales organization distribution channel to plan. Select new entries in this sales organization by this distribution channel. By we are making the division of the product cardio and pain. Right? By the plant of M2. Even you have made the restriction. You say, for example, all the cardio products has been going to manufacture in the plant 1. All the gynec products will be manufacturing in the plant. Then we have to make the relation of the changes. And one more thing here, it is an which we have lived it, not lived it. You know that's one. That was a logistic execution, shipping point to plant. That means you are making the sales with the shipping point. But that material has been manufactured in the plant. See, Control F, and always we need to search this one, the plant, MANT. That means in this plant, if the stock was material was manufactured, that has to be go for the shipping point of the shipping point. That means whenever we have made the sales, that sales has to be done, or else the sales has to be done in the sales organization by this shipping point. This shipping. Now got the clarification about this one, right? And this is what we are calling as an E to E, means end to end, end to end.